Yo, legends! This has been so hard to do this video. Can't even explain how hard it's been. The dark energy that's tried to stop me through procrastination, anxiety, fear of failure, you name it, self-doubt. It's tried very hard and physically messing up my phone as well, which is why my video is late on YouTube. So, yeah, so coming up anyway, I'll explain the main umbrella that puts shade on the three main pandemics which I have channeled are, and I believe are, suppressed emotions, mental health concerns, and suicide. But the master, the deceptive dark master that holds the puppet strings, that is the umbrella, that shades us all, call him the devil, call him Lucifer, call him dark energy, whatever you call him, that's what I'm going to be talking about. And also coming up later in the video, I'll give you one simple tool that you can use whilst you're asleep, you don't even know it's happening, to fuel yourself with love, put yourself in a higher vibration. While you sleep, you'll sleep better, the angels will come in more, and you'll notice the difference so fast, and it's really, really easy. And also, I'll pop in something else actually, it's just come to my mind, that you can actually fuel inside you, and it's that same thing. You're training your subconscious and your subliminal and your spiritual self to repel the dark energies, which causes all them three main things and more. Get rid of the umbrella. Let's get rid of it. Amen to that. Right, so what are the real pandemics and how do we overcome them? Part 1 of 4, dark energies and how they disguise as people. So right, anyway, pumping through anxiety, loads and loads of loads and loads of waves of dark trying to stop me from speaking. I feel that there's some stuff going to come out. I've had to put some notes down, like let's freestyle, let's flow, let's do this, let's do it this way, that way. And sometimes I can shut my eyes and yes, I can channel, but I just want to make sure I get this out properly. So I put some keywords to my left of me anyway. So if my eyes go like that, then I'm just like, keywords just go ping, and then I'm like, right, okay, then I'll go into it, and my eyes also go all over the place. So right, now that being said, I'll start from, so the dark energies, so how can I explain this? So I mean, the like energy, everything is energy, vibration, frequency, sound, and our sound has been out of tune for a long time because there's been dark deception for a very, very, very long time, longer than along thousands and thousands, many years. Okay, so the dark master has managed over time to literally have us be so programmed into a reality that is fueled with dark energy. And so I'll start with, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 little main bits I'll go into. The first is the devil within us, and then about through people, how it works, and then how it kind of works through people and targets certain, I'd say more ascended people, more spiritual, more threats, the threats to the devil, the ones that are more threatening. See, I'm getting lost in my words and I just want to flow, but it's all good. It's part of it. If I make a mistake, I'm just going to go. I'm not going to edit. And and then the devil's last hand. That'll be the last thing. So, so it's just worth remembering that thoughts are not our own yet until we own them. Yes, our intuition is what we own so far, but when we own our thoughts, that's when we manifest everything and it comes. At the moment we're manifesting, we're praying, it is coming in its own divine time. But when we own our thoughts, when we're in the divine alignment, completely heaven on earth, we are the creation. Whereas so far, we are the co-creators. Yes, we will all be the co-creators, but when we're all one, then we are creation. And that's why sometimes asking the outer God, the outer Jesus, the outer source, the outer universe, the outer divinity, all of that, I do it still. Yes, it's all of us, but we still need to elevate to that point. And the dark deceiver, the devil, the deceptive master himself, the dark wizard behind the dark curtain, we're going to smash open that curtain, man. And humour is quality as well. And I'm wearing pink today, just to big up feminine energies, because that's one thing that we've lost massively. And the dark deceiver himself has made sure of that We've come out the age of Pisces now. We're in the age of Aquarius. Big up feminine energies. This is what men need. This is what more men need to get in tune with. The entwinement of masculine and feminine. It needs to be entwined. Personally, I'm sick to death of living in a male-orientated era. All of it, man. It's so like, yeah, I don't need to go into that, but it does all revolve around energy, and you know, and there's this whole like hierarchy, you know, we're better than them, you know, men are better than women, and all this sort of stuff. You know, we've had it for years, but it's changing. How much has it changed since even 2012? More women rights and all that sort of stuff. So that's a little bit about energies with the feminine and masculine. But in this, so that's about the thoughts and not our own. So that clearly kind of sets me up, I suppose, to say about how. So imagine that we could see 97% of the atmosphere that we don't see, which is outside of us, our reality. It would be it would be a war zone. It would scare the crap out of us, especially now. The veil's thinning in, yes, but we are being protected massively by our angels. It would just be an absolute war zone of angels and demons fighting. And these are like energy. White, dark. And then we are the ones trying, and they're trying to get to us the light, but there's more dark and it's slowly fading. And if it faded too fast, it'd be hard for us to if we ascended so fast, we would combust into nothing, because we're energy. And if there's a massive change, like vibrational shift into love like that, that's why this is taking so long. It's so divine. Even I fell for the trap. 21st of December. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be. But yeah, I fell for deception as well. Like it's you know yeah. I mean I've it's taken me a lot of filtering of energies, and it's really, really important to filter those energies and know what's divine and what's not, or what's a little bit of both, because there's yin yang, there's balance in everything. So yeah, so dark energies. So for many of us, and the most of the people that I'm trying to aim for in these videos, because these videos aren't about trying to get loads of hits, loads of likes, loads of whatever. I'm not bothered about that. I'm not bothered about money. I'm not bothered about monetizing. I'm not bothered about anything. If anyone comes to me saying, I want you to advertise this and that, I'm not, I don't, I won't, never. It's the message, no money. Paper, man, I'm sick of paper over poverty and digits over death, sick of it. And that's why the majority of my book sales are going to charity, which I'm getting that going now. And not charity, to orphanages on the ground, and to put that positive energy into them places, the smiles. And this is all going to go around the globe so fast. More people are going to do it. It's going to be a beautiful domino effect. It's going to this butterfly going like this all around the earth, and then boom, the wings go open, and then bang, man, when we're in heaven on earth, we're just going to realise, yeah, I'm so glad I soaked up all that dark energy, which leads me on to, so, the tribe of the rainbow and many other significant souls on this earth that signed the soul contract are like surface puppets to our Mother Earth, because our Mother Earth has got loads of dark, stagnant energy in her, and that's the problem. That's why there is such a putrid atmosphere everywhere. That's why there is depression, suicide, anxiety, suppressed emotions, so many mental health concerns, because of all this dark energy, which, as I said, you can call it the devil, you can call it Lucifer, you can whatever, but it's dark, it's soulless, it's putrid, it's disgusting, it kills children, it makes people hang themselves, it puts dark voices in their heads to say that they're nothing, that they're worthless. It makes people come to us and bully us, shame us, defame us, you name it. We can never go up because we're always pushed down, and that's what this dark stagnant energy does to us. And we're the surface puppets that unfortunately we are like the sponges to humanitarian greatness. We are the saviours because of that. And when this reverses, which it is now, it's starting to right now, literally, the downloads and upgrades and the visions and the insights I've got now directly from the highest source, I'm going to say it, I tap into Jesus so much, and call it Jesus, call it Christ consciousness, call it the source, God, the divine, whatever. This is not about religion. It's about what I speak of, because I'm done with questioning myself, even though everything in my head's like, no, you didn't just say that. Did you just say Jesus? You know, all this stuff, right? So I'm just going to try and flow because I'm so nervous. So, I think you get the point there, where we are the soaks, we're the sponges, and we're the ones that get all this stuff. So sometimes we can look at other people and we're like, why are they all vibing so high? Why are they so happy? Why are all these people? Why do they get money? Why do they always get luck? Why do they get this? Because they're not here to be the way showers to humanity. It's like a pyramid, right? A pyramid. That's a crap pyramid, right? But it's like a pyramid, yeah. So a pyramid at the top, you got literally Christ consciousness, the golden light, the golden source energy that comes through the crown chakra. The crown chakra being at the top of the pyramid, and then all the chakras go down. They're probably about 14 layers, or 7 if you want to go with the apparent amount of chakras that we think we have. And and that's like the source. That's the Christ consciousness. Call it Jesus, call it Buddha, call it whoever, man. Like, there's so many ascended masters that is the highest of the high, and that's that some of us can tap into that sometimes, and it wavers, but it's hard. So that's like the top of the top, and then below that you've got like a smaller group that are tapping into that Christ consciousness, like on an elevated level, and then you've got the tribe of the rainbow, and it all filters in to that, and then you've got other strong souls under that, and then you've got more people that are pushing the tribe more, and they're kind of interlacing into the energies that go above, and we all need a base. Everything needs a base. We all need a base, a foundation. So there's like a foundation that goes down to this. So it's like a strength level, but everything pushes each other. And there's some program people, more at the bottom, but they're the triggers. They're the ones that actually help us because they push us when they bully us, when they shame us, or when we're rejected, neglected, abused, dejected. It's like really badly abused. We're nearly killed by these people. We're like psychopaths that try and mess us up, that backstab us, that Two-Face. All these people, they're at the bottom of this, of pyramid, and they're the ones that make us stronger. They push us up and push us up and push us up and push us up, and now we're at the point where we're at that top bit. The ones that resonate with this video especially, and even if you don't necessarily, there'll be something that I say and you'll mention it to somebody else and it will go, and someone will find out and it will happen. That's how it's happening now. Like manifestation is coming fast, thick and fast, big time. So I hope that explains a little bit about the pyramid, and you can use your imagination with this. I don't want to spell anything out. I really don't, because that's not what I ever want to do. Just to spark the imagination, the resonation into what I'm saying, in the fact of, we are here for divine reasons, and we're just about to literally, the tribe is forming massively. Geometrically, the light bulbs are forming all over the world, and even all of the tools that like money, social media, internet, materialism, all of that stuff is now coming together, and it's being reversed on the curse of the devil. So it's just like we're reversing your curse. Didn't want to swear, but and sometimes when you get these, the darkness, the devil, he'll come in with, like massive self-doubt, worthlessness. Sometimes you literally don't know who you are, and one of the big ones is lack of faith and thinking that you're crazy. You ain't crazy. You are psychosis is spiritual awakening for a start, and your craziness is gonna be your elated happiness that is going to reverse everything and filter it out. So the happiness that other people see that have never been happy, they're going to see the happiness in you, and then through telepathy later on, they're going to feel what you went through, and it's going to redeem them, because they're going to start feeling what we've died thousands of times over lives for humanity. And if some people might say, the 144,000 could be, it's all aligned with astronomy, chakras, and all that sort of stuff. I've said that in the video, but at the end of the day, there is 144,000 souls. I've had the massive confirmation many, many, many times in meditation. I tap into higher realms. I'm just going to say it, and and many people know that they are, and they're the ones that are suppressed. And whether that suppression means that their family are targeted, so. Pretty sure I've just covered everything. One thing just to remember, just in case you don't know this, but heart. If you put the H to the end, is earth. Okay, so Mother Earth is our heart. And obviously our heart, we're connected to Mother Earth. So when I say that we're the surface puppets to soak the darkness, it's our love that's soaking up the darkness of Earth. Heart, her, us. We're one. Oneness, togetherness, love, all of that. It's all connected. Many people would know that, but yeah, just in case you didn't, all right. H after after the T. Just put the what is it? Put the front to the back. Heart, earth. It's our mother, man. Oh yeah, I got a comment. Looking after our mum. She's our mum. She's our mum, man. She needs our love. She's getting suffocated. I connect with her. Many of us do. And yeah, and just remember as well, there's always beauty in brutality. So no matter what is happening, no matter how dark these energies are, which can really suppress, really get in us, you know, there is beauty in brutality. You know, and many of us, this is gonna sound a little bit scary, right? To some, to others, it would be perfectly normal. Demonic possession is so much more common than what we realise and what we give. You know, it's not just this, you know, this rare thing that happens, and it's so subtle. The dark subtlety in people, like nobody in a divine alignment should ever feel any trace of anxiety, any stress, any form of feeling of failure or wanting to succeed for an unknown reason, or wanting to climb an invisible ladder to get to where. Where do you really get? What, you get more money? And then what do you do? Like, push people out the way? And then where does that karma go? In you. Subconscious. It's in you. Let it go. Don't climb the ladder. There's no point. You're better off standing at the bottom being like, yeah, man, go forward. I'm just happy doing whatever. Whatever job you're doing. And the day that we realise that materialism is a curse and that paper's just energy, then we'll replicate that into bringing the world together through paper, which will fluctuate. And then, so yeah, just remember that. So yeah, the yo-yo that goes into the, there's always beauty in brutality. So the yo-yo thing as well. So it's like a yo-yo. So 1 minute, like this happens. There's many people that I'm trying to resonate with about this dark energies and about what are the real pandemics around the world. And so yeah, having a moment of bliss. And you're like, oh yeah, and it feels great, and you're like, yeah, it's so good. It could be like 5 seconds, it could be a minute, it could be 5 minutes, and you feel it, and it's like calmness, ease. You get a few insights. You're like, yeah, the world's gonna be great. Oh, it's not long now. Oh yeah, you know, this, that, and then it goes because, like I said, energies, angels, demons, white, dark, Christ consciousness, the devil. Interlacing, and the devil, if you're vibing high, many of you would notice you're suddenly feeling great, and that's when he sneaks in and crushes you. And there's ways where we can just literally, if we see it from above the mountain, not from within the tunnel. That's the key, because when you start looking from above the mountain, you see all, but sometimes we need to see that we're in the tunnel to then get out the tunnel, because the tunnel's not long. We're near at the end now. We can run to the end, you know, and then and if you get trapped in the tunnel again, because it's a big astral tunnel, you know, and we can just see from again, and then just start again, and it becomes easier because nothing is ever going to be hard. Yes, there's purging, and this is very, very difficult. And also remember that tears are saving your life. I'm telling you, they're saving your life. So all them people out there that are suppressing and they're not crying and whatever, are always gonna they're either gonna be programmed and kind of happy to be in a mundane life, because you know they're happy to just be, you know, 9 to 5, this is my life. I get smashed at weekends, I turn up on a Monday hungover and I carry on and I crack loads of like mad jokes and I get what I want and I spend my money on myself and yeah, and I want a fast car and I want this and I want that, you know. That's a little bit different. See, look, block coming in then, but yeah, you know, you sort of, you know where I'm going with that. Whereas, like, some of us, we don't, and we see through that. Many of us, we see through that, and we can see from above the mountain. But when we do get in that tunnel, sometimes just pull ourselves out. It's easy, just pull ourselves out, and we can do that. You know. So, yeah, and yeah, so trauma. And holding on to materialism, it can creep in all the time. All of these different things where we hold on to stuff, and sometimes just letting go. So yeah, we can have this moment of bliss for like 5 minutes, and then it's kind of gets suffocated. But the devil is so articulately subtle in his darkly supreme intelligence that he can manipulate our thoughts in such a way that we can go, oh yeah, this, and all of a sudden we're in a pit, and we're like, we don't know how we got there, but if we start looking at how, like, what happened for us to get there. So I'll move on to how it works through people. So look around now, just look around at who is in your life, who has been in your life, who's left your life, and not physically as in going to the other side. It could relate a little bit, but probably not. And it was never goodbye forever anyway. And just have a little think, because how many broken promises have people made? How many people in your life right now do you still consider a friend, but then their actions aren't always there? It's, oh yeah, I'll always, if you ever want to talk, oh, I'll be there for you, I'll do this for you, I'll do that for you. Oh yeah, if you ever need money, I'll do that. But then sometimes we feel it's not like that, and then when it has come to the crunch, they haven't been there, they have made excuses. Like, we need to start really sit, and I'm not saying we have to start, we have to this, I'm just trying to resonate this, yeah, being open, and I'm just flowing, but yeah, just see that, because and this includes leaders as well. I mean, look at many leaders of the world. I mean, I don't want to name names, yeah, but look at the actual actions. How long are we going to wait for a saviour to save us when we are the saviour? Like, come on, man, we're relying on one figure, are we? Look at it. Look at it. How long are you going to believe it? And how much more dark deception is going to happen subtly whilst you keep believing on someone to suddenly rise and whatever? We rise. We rise. There's 8 billion of us, man. It's an 8 billion to 0.00000% chance. That's a pretty good odds. You know what I mean? And yeah, so yeah, and locations as well. So yeah, so sometimes how the dark energy, and I call it being played, is when you can just have a thought and it makes you go to a place. You know, it could be a shop, or could be, you could even end up thinking about moving location. And what's happening now is we're getting these thoughts about moving location, and some of us are going with it because it's divine, but sometimes it's just understanding what's coming in, what's distracting us, what's you know, taking us away from the purity within us. And yeah, my phone was just about to cut out. So yeah, and what's around us, and feel our gut feeling, and what's taking us off of our path, and many, you know, I know people that have been promised me too, by people or family. Oh yeah, you know, you move here, oh, you know, it'd be great, yeah, oh, I'll buy this for you, I've got money, it's all right, you'll be settled, you'll be sweet. And then it's broken promises because the actions don't sort of replicate in that way. So there could be sudden changes in behaviour in people. They're just a little bit off. Suddenly you get a feeling. Most of the time it's because they're talking behind your back, and they are probably saying, oh, there's something wrong. But never, ever, ever. Whoever calls you crazy, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. Crazy's going to be the new normal soon. And the normal people are going to literally be like, please help me, crazy people. Because crazy will be the new normal, because we can tap into the real shit. And at the end of the day, we have been so badly programmed that this normality is utter insanity, completely insane. Even everything. I mean, look at what we do. We look at screens like all day. We're stuck in traffic. We're made to wait. We have to be on the phone to what call centres, and this is all energetically. You know, we're suppressed. Like you can't get nothing. You can't, like, you want something. Like in a divine alignment, and the divine DNA that we made in the first place, because we created ourselves, and that. We should get things instantly because we made it, because it's manifested. We shouldn't have to wait in traffic. And also in traffic, that's another way that people are coming through, and they're trying to distract us, whatever it is. So however you're being distracted through people, someone's a bit weird, so suddenly they're not lending you something that they promised they would, or anything like that, or traffic, you're suddenly thinking, you're feeling anger because people are slowing down in front of you, or they're pulling in, or there's a mad driver around, or something doesn't feel right when you walk into a shop, or you go into town and suddenly you just feel like you need to lie down for 10 minutes because the energy is working on us, especially when we're around people. This is why getting in nature and being on our own and going within is the key, because then you're going to start seeing more. So yeah, and all the supposed support that people say that they're going to give us, and we're seeing the true colours come through more and more in people. So I think what I'm saying is how the energy can basically work through people, through their behaviour and all sorts of things, and it can be so deceptively subtle. And the art to the ascended master is seeing through the illusion. And yeah, you could say, yeah, no, I know, yeah, cool, yeah, I know how to see through the illusion. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about literally seeing the fine detail, the attention to detail in how manipulative the devil is when he works on these dark energies to get in us, and we think that they're just thoughts. We think, oh yeah, we just feel like crap today or whatever, you know, anything like that. It's so subtle, so subtle. And it could work on anything, and there could be any little spark that you could take from this video, and it could literally, you could go bang like that and then work on it. Just be like, okay, yeah, so that person done that, and that led me to this place, and then I felt like something was weird, and then later on I felt depressed, and then I realised that this had actually happened, and it led you to somewhere where you then met with somebody else because of that first trigger, and then something negative happened. And then it triggered you and it put you down because they want to lower our vibrations. We know this. And so just remember that the dark wants to trigger us. And yeah, and how we overcome all of this is seeing from above the mountain, not within the tunnel. You know? See the illusion, see the dark master, because he ain't, trust me, I've tapped into him many times, right? Oh, I don't want to go into me, alright? But I will literally tell you I've been scratched from inside out. I'm talking about when I'm writing something profound, I'll feel a scratch go down my leg, on my chest, here. I've been scratched, right? So that's the level that it gets to, and it gets worse. Things flying off my wall, all sorts of stuff like that, right? You know, they really don't like what I say. And yeah, with technology they do it now, but I'm breaking through the layers. That's why psychologically is the only way they can stop me now. So every time I'm talking now, the doubts that have gone through my head are like multiple. I just want to turn the camera off. Sometimes I just feel like crying because I want to give up, all right? And I'm not, and I'm just literally keep going. I keep going because I know what he's trying to do to me. Many people, if I'd have said this 10 years ago, they'd think I'm fucking mental. Oh, so not supposed to swear, but it felt good. And yeah, so anyway, yeah, and the other thing, right, humour. Sometimes, like, the dark would do something and they'll play me and I'll just be like, oh, man, I'm like, take my hat off to that. That was clever. That was good. But I see what you did. And I nearly went to that place where there would have been a fight or anything like that, or if you're delayed or anything like that. And I mean, how many of us have been delayed and then we realise there's been an accident where we were supposed to go because the angels come in, you know, the light, the dark, the angel, the demon. The angels save us, and they always save us. They got us. They got our back. And I think I said in my last video or something, you know, I mean, how many of us have attempted suicide or wanted to die? Or I mean, I've written, oh man, I lose count of the amount of times I've planned my own death, you know. And now I'm just like, even if I plan it, or I think about it, and I had many dark days, especially the last few days, right? But I know the truth, even if it's 5 minutes in a day, spread out, I don't know, 30 seconds here, 30 seconds there, where I tap into that really high level that's like, yes. I just remember that. Just try and remember that. Remember it. And if it goes, remember the divine thought. Don't let it go, because you can let it go just tiny bit by bit by bit, and that's how clever the dark is. So you could have a really amazing thought and you're like, yeah, this is gonna happen, and then your thought will just change slightly. But what if this? Oh, but then what if this? Oh, but then what? And all of a sudden it's gone. The moment's gone. Don't lose that moment. See from above the mountain. Oh, right. I don't want to make this video too long. Another one. It's sudden paranoia. That's another one. Sudden paranoia. This is another way. This is one of his greatest tricks, man. He's made me literally, I've been like schizo. Sometimes, like, I've always done this thing where I look like I'm walking down the street and I look at everyone. It's like I need to look at everyone. And I've just realised lately, I'm like, it's not even me. It's the paranoia that he's putting in me. And when we start seeing this as well, sometimes we're in our own heads, and that's when it starts coming in. We think we're crazy. We think, you know, like the yo-yo. You know, it's like, you know, it's that same thing. Like I know that when I've channeled what bipolar is and I've been diagnosed with it, it's like it's the angel demon thing. It's like we've got loads and loads of like angels. They're trying to push us, give us a truth, and it's all. But then we come across as like, you know, up in the air, or what do they call it, manic, and then we get the depression or manic depression. You know, they've even named the two together, and it's like, you know, it's mad. So yeah, through people, they're targeting the tribe of the rainbow. Don't be afraid to call in Jesus. Jesus, he hates the name Jesus, man. He hates it. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm burdened, and he literally, like, sometimes I get suffocated in bed. He's pushing me down, and I'm like, so depressed. I think it's true that the world's gonna end, and I'm like, this is like, how can I carry on? I'm fed up of this. I haven't had a job. I've got no money. I've got this. I've got that. Oh, it's all the problem. Everything's gonna be bad. Blah, 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 and it's just, and it's pressure cooker, and then I'm like, oh man, I've got to do this platform. Like, how am I gonna do my YouTube video when I feel like this? How am I gonna sell my book? I need this to do this. Oh, I want to do this, and it's like millions of things, and it's just like that. And then I'm just like, something just cracks, and I'm like, oh, what am I doing? And then I have to look from above the mountain, and I do that thing, and I'm just like, and I say it, right? I'm like, I am Jesus, and you ain't gonna touch me, motherfucker. And literally, the amount of times I've done that, because we are all Jesus, right? I'm just gonna say it, and I'm feel it, and I'm like, and then you just shut your eyes, and you feel this golden light just go through you, just out your head, everywhere, man. Feel it out the planet, feel it go all around the planet, Mother Earth, because what we do with our eyes closed is so important with our eyes closed. Basically, the devil makes us blind by always having our eyes open when it shouldn't be open, if that makes sense. So how many times have we got our eyes open when we don't really need to? How many times are we sitting down and we're doing things when we don't really need to? How many times could we actually sit there and just shut our eyes and just imagine the future being great. Imagine that all of the past, which is true, has shaped your reality to be amazing. Imagine that all of the tests are making you great. Like, imagination is the answer to everything. I mean, yeah, when the divine told me to call my book Just Imagine, I was like, oh, okay. And then I started writing it. I'm like, okay. And I'll tell you what, writing that book, I had to really make myself sit down. So that's another way the devil works. He'll get in and you'll be distracted. Oh, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to do this. So yeah, filtering through the energies is really, really, really important. And I know this video would seem far-fetched to many people, but I don't care about that because there's a specific people that I'm reaching for. Now, I wouldn't put this video on I wouldn't necessarily put this on a live video, but YouTube I would, because I know that that's how the divine wants me to do. So the devil's last hand is making you feel you're crazy. That's what he's doing right now. That's what the dark energy's doing. You ain't crazy. You're perfectly normal. Low blows. So family, triggering your family. So if you've got a family member that's got an illness, a disease, or maybe isn't awakening up to the truth, and there's nothing you can say, and it's like so frustrating. It's like, oh please, mum or dad or brother or cousin or whoever it is, like, man, just see what I'm seeing, please. And then they're like, oh no, you're crazy. No, it's this. Remember, okay, right? It's dark energy making them do that to affect you. See through their personality, their divine personality, their truth knows the truth. Just remember that. They know the truth. As hard as what it looks like, as hard as it is. And if anything bad does happen or whatever, like I know that all the people that have been taken in my life, and I've seen how the devil has taken them. I've seen exactly how they've taken them. My dad, my nan's like suicide in my family, you name it. Like, I've seen exactly how he's done it. Exactly through what the universe, like I said, like there's ascended levels of stuff that I get shown. And yeah, I mean, at the time I was shocked, and I'm like, is this true? Is it really? Is it this? Is it that? And then I get the confirmations all the time. It is true. They've been trying to kill me my whole life because they know who the fuck I am, and they know who the fuck we are as well. And that's why so many of us have gone through like physical trauma, psychological trauma, sexual abuse, you name it, from a childhood. We start straight up. The devil's onto us because he knows who the fuck we are. We're the light bulbs, man. We're the light bulbs around the world, just about to go boom. Yeah, so belief. No matter what, believe that we've got this. Believe that you are so powerful, so much more powerful than what you ever believe. Believe that your words resonate like in the whole universe. If you don't feel like saying it, say it. If you don't feel like shutting your eyes and imagining peace and love and tranquility, shut your eyes and do it. I'm telling you, that's how we ascend so much quicker. It's all going to be divine. It's all going to happen anyway. But I'm the puppet put in place to help this also, without going into specific details of my role. Okay, so, and remember triggers. What's a trigger? Like, what? Just think, oh, was that trigger? Did I just get led to that shop because that shopkeeper was going to be an ignorant bitch and not serve me and like and just be really rude to me? Or was I going to get I'm going to get my hair cut, and then the person giving you a haircut, there's a few things and you're like, and there's little digs and you're like, what? Look at the trigger above the mountain, see it. The devil works through everyone, people, even animals, like it does. But this is only an uplifting video so that you see more of what's around, because it works through anyone, like any staff, any work colleagues. It's all dark. That's how he's on his last legs, man. He's on his last legs, trust me. He's holding on with all he's got. And just look at the world, look at all the wars, look at all the children that have suffered, some of the stuff that's gone underground. Look at the fact that, you know, movies like Saw and the fact that torture is apparently normal and massacres are apparently acceptable. This is all the devil's work. He's got away with it for years. There's not physical wars going on now. It's all psychological. And this is why I'm doing the video, because Dark Energies, it's a psychological war zone, man. It's a spiritual war. It's been going on for ages. I'll say it right now, especially since 9/11, this war has elevated in spiritual, in dark spiritual, like, you know, all of it, man. All of it. They wanted an excuse to go to Afghanistan. Oh, I'm not going to go into that, man. I've said this stuff before, but yeah, it involves drugs. It involves war crimes. It involves sucking out divine DNA from alien tombs. It involves, like, there was a giant that come out of a cave and smashed loads of soldiers, because there's giants on Earth and they're waiting for us to rise. The Yeti in Tibet is waiting for us to rise, and all these people that love Ethiopians were giants. Like, they're all waiting for us to rise because they're here with us. They're all here. Oh man, that sounds so crazy, but I don't give a fuck. And I weren't supposed to swear in this video, but fuck it, you know. You put a little thing saying not for kids in the little thing box, but yeah. Okay. Gut feeling, intuition. Look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is heaven on earth is so close. Just imagine that you have thousands, hundreds of thousands of years. Some of us much more than that. Have suffocated. We've been hung. We've been burnt alive. We've been tortured to death. We've been made to be kept alive with our eyes open while we get tortured for years and years and years. Can you even imagine that pain? You've been through it. If you're resonating with this and you know that you've gone through the dark in this life, you've gone through much worse in other lives. And this is the last dance, man. Dance with that motherfucker, because it's the last dance left. Oh, right. So just don't think, why me? And if you feel down, you have hatred, you have envy, you're jealous of people, and you're like, why? Just remember, it's just energy. Just see it as the devil. Don't see it as it's me. Our thoughts are not our own. We are not us until we become us. You know? I hope you know. So yeah, man. Right, anyway, I think that covers that. And, just remember that you've always been through darker. Look at it. I guarantee you've been through much worse than this. I guarantee there's probably... No, I can't even say that, because there's not... If you're in the group I'm trying to directly speak to and resonate with, then psychologically there's not too many other people that have been through your brutality. So I'm not going to say there's always someone worse, but there kind of is, because yeah, even whether they're here or not, there are also sacrifices as well. So I'm not going to go too deep into that. My last video, what was it I said? I was saying about the World Cups and the Amateur World Cup and sort of stuff, and I was saying about how there's been no fans in the stadiums, and it's all reason. And then what was it? I found out that the FA Cup in England, they're gonna have like 10,000 people. I don't look at news. I don't look at nothing. It either pops up on my phone or someone tells me. And it's like 10,000 fans they're gonna have in a 90-seater stadium and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, it's preparing the way. So yeah, I said, there's no people in the stadiums for ages, and then all of a sudden we're going to have amateur World Cups, and people that are suffering, the homeless and all that, are going to fill the stadiums, and it's preparing the way. But it's going to have a bit of practice before, and I'm like, yeah, man, what better practice than the FA Cup? It's getting us ready. It's programming us. And another amazing thing I found out was they've done a music festival in Liverpool to test. So they're starting to do it now. Flights are coming back. This is happening. Where was John Lennon born, man? Liverpool. Boom. And I was just like, straight away it hit me, and I was like, yeah, man, that motherfucking legend is back. I'm telling you. And we're gonna listen this time. Absolutely, we are. John Lennon, total legend. Yeah, and humour always. There was something today, I think, was it Tom Cruise gave his Golden Globes away for moral reasons, and I'm like, ooh, that's a bit interesting. Because I put that in Just Imagine. I'm like, we are the real Hollywood. We are the mental health, people with mental health, they act 24/7. They are going to take over Hollywood. Blah, blah. And then the old Hollywood, Tom Cruise, they're giving their awards back. I mean, come on, is this getting real or what? You know, so just have faith, man. Have faith, play music, dance, and be free. Yeah, so if you're feeling your calling, you're feeling that calling, you're like, something big's coming, it's coming. But then you're tested. Just see from above the mountain, there's so many tests, and it's energy, it's just energy. That's the devil's secret, you know? Like, he hides in any place energetically because we are energy. So he is kind of everything, but we've got the free will to smash him down, man, you know? So I think that's pretty much it. And then what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So a top tip, right? Many people might know this, you might not. But if you do know it, then you might have forgot to do it. But now it's so powerful. Okay, so loving frequency music. 432-528-639 hertz. So 432 hertz, 528 hertz, 639 hertz. They're the three main ones that I use that have got loving vibrations through it. It can be really peaceful music. There's videos on YouTube. They could be like 8 hours, 11 hours, whatever. Literally, go to bed, stick it on, put it on the lowest volume. You don't even have to hear it. It could be a tiny mutter. And it will work through you in your sleep. And it will repel the dark. The dark, and if there is any dark coming in, it's just purging. It's fine. It's not actually demonic shit trying to fuck your shit up. And which they've been doing to me lately. But that's a different story. And that was my actual reminder, because I've started doing it and they haven't got in. I've actually been having real divine dreams and astral traveling and all the stuff I was doing until dark got in. But seeing from above, you know. And these little tips are really, really useful, you know. Just, yeah, I mean, every night, how easy is it? All you do is you download the video on YouTube, or you play it, whatever. You pick one that resonates. There's loads on there. 432 is the one I use, and there's ones loving frequency. It might have a few gongs in there. Might be tranquil. Might be a harp. Might be anything. You might like it on like half volume, you know, and you might like that sound, but then you might not. So you might, whatever it is, it will vibrate through you. It will work on your subconscious. It will work on your subliminal. Every vibration, frequency, sound, energy, though. So that's like the frequency, man. There's no oh god, what's it called? Well, they changed the frequency of our music and and made it bad. So but playing these frequencies whilst you sleep. I mean, how easy is it? You just sleep, and your sleep's gonna be more blissful. You're gonna sleep better, and you're gonna wake up easier, and you'll start noticing that the people as negative as what you are, and that you're seeing through the illusion, you're seeing from above the mountain, just by programming your mind at night, just by putting frequency music while you sleep. You don't have to hear it. I mean, what's it, to be honest? And now's the time to do it. The devil's in my ear, like, he's like, don't tell him that, fuck you. You know what I mean? It's good swearing sometimes, and it kind of resonates with the video. Oh yeah, and the other thing, wait there, because my camera. Right, so the other thing, and this, oh my god, does it help or what? So I've got, I was supposed to bring my copper bottle. So I've got like a 2 litre copper bottle. They're a little bit expensive, but they're really, really good. Copper has got so many benefits, right? So I fill 2 copper bottles, and 3, I only ever use glass bottles, right? Fill them up with water. And I've got a little tray, like a little marble tray, and I put my crystals in it. And I've got a little Buddha laying down, because I'm totally Christ consciousness and Buddha and crystals, because once you've got the that's the other thing with the vibrational frequencies at night, all of your crystals are healing through that vibration. It's like a win-win-win, man. And I used to do the solar water, and you know, it's and I was doing that a bit, but a naked flame is still enough. And the way that I do it now is I have 2 bottles of copper water and then three litres of water, and I put it around this little marble thing with a little Buddha lying down, and he's got a candle holder. I light the candle, and I've got a native cross, not the normal holy cross, just because there's reasons why I do this, because I know I've tapped into Jesus' consciousness, and I know that he was very tapped into native over to America, and there's connections with Ethiopian giants and the Native Americans, and this all resonates, man. And when he was in Tibet, he might have taught Buddha, he might have been taught Buddhism, which all comes into the oneness that Jesus that spoke of, and never revoked on. Anyway, I was going a bit off track there, wasn't I? Jesus is a legend, man. And and I light this candle, and it's a 5-hour candle. It's just you can get a box of them, not loads of them. You light them in 5 hour, 8 hour, right? And I put my hand, so I've got my hand on each one, not one, on each one. I just shut my eyes, right? And rather than explaining it, I'll just do it right now. Yeah. So pretend that you've got your candle, and you leave this for 5 hours. But at the start, you do a prayer. Yeah. I've got some Salo Panto. I burn it and put it all around my head and all that stuff. You can use sage, whatever you want. And I'll do this, right? So I'll go. So water, as we know, is alive. Yeah. In this vibrational frequency of the world, we can't move it because the vibrations are so low. But water's alive. It's molecular. We can ask it to do things, and it will. It's kind of magical. It's all as one, the same. We are water. That's from we're 70% water. So it also makes sense. The natives used to, there's loads and loads of stuff that goes into this, right? You can Google that. I'll just like put my hands on it. I'll shut my eyes, and I'll get emotional when I do this as well. Maybe, I don't know. I might, because I'm on camera. I might hold it, but I'll see, right? And I'm just like, I'm so grateful for just every day of, like, no matter what the dark does to me, no matter how many people in my life have gone left and whatever I've gone through, I just ask for the purest of love to be infused in every single inch, every molecule, every cell of this water. And when I drink it, it's going to go into me, and it's going to infuel me with love. Anything I want to do, anything I want to achieve, the consciousness I want to be on, the water will infuse me all the time. And it's like magic water. It's full of love, and I'm so grateful for everything that water gives me, the life. And I pray for the blessings of peace, the tranquility and unity that's coming, and for the liberation of all children in all nations, all occupations, one nation, everywhere, one love. Everything just to be infused into every cell of my body, to go in me and just purify me and take any dark away, get rid of it. And I put the gold light through all of the water, and just stay with this candle and just bless my water for me. And I'm so grateful, full of love, and just if anything comes in my path, anything gets in my way, just to help me, water, to forgive anything that comes in my way, in my path, and to always go forward. And if I get rushed and I panic, please help me calm down. Please just help me calm down so I can keep being the best version of myself until we all evolve, and we will soon. Thank you so much, water, so much love. Amen. Okay, so that's what I do, yeah? And and then I'll leave it for 5 hours, and then I'll use that water throughout the day for whatever, for drinking, for herbal teas, for the kettle coffee, whatever. And and I do that every day. And it's as and when. I don't do it like every morning or whatever. I just do it. Sometimes I do it overnight, because it's always good, actually. That's another thing the dark hates, is a naked flame. So if you get a naked flame whenever, just make sure it's safe, yeah. Because I've had things move around on me, but that's because I'm about to stride into something very powerful, into a very powerful role on this planet, and that's why the dark has tried to kill me so many times. And I'm talking like proper, and this ain't just me, right? This is other people. I'm not saying I'm this, I'm that. We all are. I'm just saying because I've experienced it. That's the only reason. But we know what we're talking about, and some of this is just brutally bad. And just remember, tears are keeping you alive. Cry it out. There's reasons why you're crying, because it's all this suppression. Let it out, let it go. Oh man, I think that's it. I'll have a little look and see if there's anything I've missed. So yeah, part 2. So this was part 1 of 4, which is oh man, yeah, done my shoulder at football as well. So I'm out of the game, man. That was an interesting thing. I saw. Oh yeah, there's another story because the Divide, there was orchestrations for that. But yeah, so part 1 of 4 this is, and it's dark energies and how they work through people. And then part 2 is going to be mental health concerns. Part 3, I think, is suppressed emotions, and then part 4 would be about suicide. Not just suicide, suicidal thoughts and all of that kind of different aspect. But anyway, much love. I absolutely was shitting myself throughout most of that video, just in case anyone, I don't know, sometimes I might come across as, yeah, and I get in my flow and yeah, I do what I need to do it, and I just turn up, and I know that people will resonate in different things that I say, and I have to hold the emotions sometimes and many things. So just remember that it's not easy for me to come on camera, and so just remember, I know that many people think about this or whatever, but just know that one day you can, and it will be alright. And if there's anything that I can do to help that, then I will. And there's so much energy going through as well. The same as my physical book. So like quite a lot of people bought my physical book, and I know there's soulful spiritual reasons because there's so much spiritual energy in that, in my writing, when it's printed, especially the ones that I'm going to be like, you know, sooner or later signing and sending and writing messages in, which I've been doing with these ones here locally because I've got given a few. And yeah, so anyway, I'm not going to waffle on much longer. I need to put these videos together because they're cut out twice. But yeah, man, much love, peace, and the tranquility and ecstasy is coming to the planet, man. It's slowly coming, and the things that are happening now, it's all happening. Much love and peace. One love, one respect, one nation.